Excuse me.
All right, we're here. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Is it still the How About Them Celtics? Oh, I need to change the background. I forgot. Boom. There we go.
It's bad.
What's bad?
Well, now we got to put our names up. This is a bad display. There we go. Look at that. We weren't
What's
even
bad? What are you saying it's
Okay.
bad? I thought you said the background is bad. I was like, damn,
No.
I think it's all right. I don't know what you're talking about. But sure. I hate these early games, man. I'm not a fan. I just want the normal time. I mean, this is better than like a 10 p.m. West Coast game, but I don't know. Just give me the 7 o'clock start. This is weird. Cuts into dinner time. Just throws me off. I'm
Not a fan of the Sunday games. Got to
No.
tell you, hate the Sunday games.
I will
Usually
say-
play basketball Sundays, missing it today for the game.
Mhm. I will say 6 p.m. is better than 1 p.m. Not a fan of 1 p.m. starts. 1 p.m. are bad.
Ooh, I'd
Birkin,
rather do the 1 p.m.,
understandable.
selfishly.
Understandable, Birkin.
I liked my own
I
tweet,
get
that's
that.
bad.
Evan saying, "What's up, gents? How we doing?" I have a question for the people in here already, the regulars. I'll wait a sec. It's just I'll just throw it up now. Okay, so I'm a Crocs guy. Sam knows this. I rock Crocs like religiously. I have a whole rack of them. I just got new slipper Crocs. I put up one pair on Twitter. Sam, you saw them, I assume. I
did.
have another one that just came in today, and I think they're fire. But what do you think? They're a lot. I love the colors.
No, you have multiple pairs of these?
No, these are the of Crocs or of this color.
The slipper.
Oh, I have multiple slippers, but they're different like colors and designs and shit.
Oh, see, I'm not convinced you need more than one slipper. I don't do slippers.
I also wear them outside sometimes though. Like they're not only
if you wear them outside,
shoes.
it's a little different. But
yeah, like I'll wear these outside of the house too. But
see, I'm a big no slippers. If I'm in the house, I'm not wearing anything on my feet. Maybe socks.
I usually don't either, but I'd rather wear these than socks because I tend to slip on the floors. And my feet get cold if I don't wear anything. So I have these, and I wear them outside in the winter too. Like I'll put on like socks and rock them outside the house. So they're good multi-use Crocs. These are the other slippers I have. I'll show you y'all in the chat. They're simpler. These are the other slippers. They're less out there. But very fuzzy, very warm, very nice for the winter.
We'll do this then.
Highly recommend.
My Duncan
All right.
Pumas. Let's see.
Showing off.
There we go.
There you go. All right, I love it. Anyway, Celtics. We'll talk Celtics now. Bergen saying I had plantar fasciitis before. Crocs are great protecting against that. I love Crocs. I'll do a Crocs. I'll show off one pair of Crocs per pregame from now on for you guys. Should take us through December.
Crocs are the New Jerseys.
They are, except they're more what is it? Affordable. That's the word I was looking for. They're much more affordable than the jerseys. Celtics versus Wizards today. Wizards are one of the teams that I've enjoyed watching this year. I haven't been watching religiously like the Celtics because the Celtics are my job and the other teams are for enjoyment. But whenever I sit down to like watch a game at night or I just throw something on while I'm working, I'll usually throw on an NBA game, and the Wizards have been there. They look good this year. Losing DeLon Wright hurts them a lot. He's out for 6 to 8 weeks, so they're kind of thin at the guard position off the bench. But other than that, they've got some good players. They were, when we did our preseason predictions, I had them as my 10 seed, which is higher than a lot of people had them. But I'm high on the Wizards this year. Are they better than the Celtics? No. But as Raisin just said, it is a trap game because the Celtics defense has been struggling, and they do have weapons that can exploit that.
Well, it shouldn't be a trap game. This team should be in a spot where it's a bounce back spot. It should be, you just got your ass kicked twice, shouldn't have lost either game, and you did, and now you should be angry. This should be a game where you blow out the Wizards. The Wizards are fine, right? They're not the Pacers, but they're also the worst of the 3 teams you've played this week, and you lost to the other 2. You should have a fire under you today, and you should go in and you should ball out. You got Grant back. You missed him a little bit last game. Birkin saying he cost the Celtics the game. I think there were plenty of other things that happened, and it
didn't help,
but not great from the guys that were actually out there. Marcus, unfortunately, in the crosshairs, and he didn't play well. Did not play well. Shot 3 of 15. A lot of
Poorly.
shots.
He hasn't shot well at all this year. And usually
No.
he's never going to shoot very well, but like it's especially bad this year. And you can tell he's not taking on as much of an offensive load in the sense of shot creation and stuff because Brogdon's there, the Jays are picking that up. But when the ball comes to him for an open three, he needs to be able to at least hit a decent clip of those, and he's just not right now, and it's really hurting the Celtics offense. So they need Smart to pick things up in that one specific area because it's been rough. But the Grant thing, I think they definitely missed him against a team as big as the Cavaliers, but there's no excuse for how the Celtics defended. There's no excuse for Karis LeVert dropping 41 points. Now, some of those shots at the end were just like, throw your hands up. What are you going to do? But the perimeter defense wasn't good enough. You can't let an opposing guard tandem go for 82 points combined. You can't let Jared Allen and Emily dominate you on the boards. In Grant being there would have helped a little bit, but he's not a spectacular rebounder either. He's 6'6". So I think the Celtics had the talent on the court to win that game, and they just didn't deliver. Luke Cornett, though, I thought Luke Cornett looked good. If you want to pick out a sort of positive from the Cavs game, I thought Luke Cornett showed why there was some consideration for him to be in the starting lineup, for him to be the third big off the bench. I think he looked really good. So I'm excited to see him get more run. But they looked rough. They looked rough.
They don't play defense anymore.
No.
They
I told you.
left that last season. And,
Yeah,
you tweeted out the clip from the pod, and you're not going to win consistently if you're giving up that many points a game. You're not. You can only score at a high clip so often. You're going to have off nights, and that's acceptable. The problem is you can't necessarily control your off nights, but you can control how well you play defense for the most part.
Yep.
And it goes back to the playoffs. That was a big thing for me. It was control what you can control the glass, control defense. You can do all that. Sometimes the shots don't fall. What are you going to do? You got to make it up on the other end, and they're not doing that. Karis LeVert, yeah, he was on fire. Gets 40. Of course, then you see on Twitter all his other games, and it's like 12 points. Classic. Donovan Mitchell always kills the Celtics. Like, that's to be expected. The Celtics, one, didn't defend well enough, and two, started to play a lot of hero ball down the stretch. A lot of you were tweeting about it, so this is your thing.
I did.
Trying to match. And it was not healthy.
It was
wasn't
bad in
a good
overtime.
thing to be doing. In overtime, people would make it three. It was an early shot clock three on the other end for the Celtics, and then it was like a free defensive possession. They had the ball right back if you're the Cavs. Ridiculous. Bad end to the game.
Yeah, I agree. I tweeted in overtime. Donovan Mitchell made a three to open up overtime. Jaylen Brown immediately took the ball down the court and shot a contested three in the defender's face. They were trying to play panic basketball, matching basketball, and it just wasn't very good. Raisin in the chat saying, I'm concerned not panicking about the lack of center depth. I would have liked Whiteside or Howard better. I disagree. I think Whiteside was all right last year. Dwight Howard couldn't earn rotational minutes on the Lakers, who were not a playoff team.
Still
I have
aren't.
no faith. Still aren't. Haven't won a game this year. Hassan Whiteside is, I think, a worse version of Luke Cornett at this point. Sure, he gives you some interior presence, and he's definitely a better rebounder, but he's completely immobile. He played his way out of almost he's not a good defender. The blocks don't equal good defender. He is always out of position. If you think Noah Vonleh's bad at positioning himself, Hassan Whiteside cannot position himself even worse. And the reason he was good last year was because he was in a system where he didn't have to do any of that. He was mirroring what Rudy Gobert does. And I am a big Rudy Gobert fan, but as Sam always likes to point out, there are limitations to Rudy Gobert's game. And Rudy Gobert is great if you put him in the right spot to be successful. He's an all-star caliber player. He's a great player, but he wouldn't be as good in the Celtics system. Although maybe this year it's wrong because they've decided to play drop defense, which I don't understand. And I think you can have Cornette and Vonleh play a little bit more switch. At least don't drop back as far. But Cornette looked good in the minutes that he did play. I think you need to give him more of a chance. Vonleh and Cornette are worse than Whiteside, in my opinion. I disagree. But I don't know about you. I didn't watch that many Jazz games last year. I'm talking from the memories I have of him in Portland. I don't know if you watched a ton of Hassan Whiteside film last year.
I did, of course.
Yeah, of course. But from what I've seen, I don't think Vonleh and Cornette have been bad. And I also don't think Cornette's really gotten a fair chance. In the minutes he has played, I thought he's been good, but he only really got one game, which was last game, of regular minutes. Like he got 24 minutes last game. And I don't know about you, Sam. I thought Kornet played well against the Cavs in his minutes.
Thought he was fine. He was good enough to where you didn't see Vonleh out there, right? He was planted on the bench. Kornet made a couple layups, dunk, tried to play defense. He was fine. He's fine for what he is. He's like a third string big. Fine.
Exactly.
That's what people need to realize. I have friends that like last year would like crap on Tice, and it's like, what do you want out of him? He's a third string big guy. Like he's giving you what he's supposed to. He's not an all-star. He's not any kind of award winner, any kind of specialist. He's there. He does fine. I didn't think he hurt them last game.
And I think it's tough to put it into perspective, especially right now, because they are thrust into the role of a backup big rather than a third string big, which in this system is a huge difference because when Rob and Al are healthy, those guys don't get a ton of minutes. Like they'll get 10 minutes a game maybe because then they switch up. Stagger Horford and Rob's minutes, and then they play him at the same time at the beginning and end. Right now, you're having to roll with the combination of Kornet, Vonleh, and Griffin as your backup big man, and probably a little bit more than that because Horford's not the same player he was, and he's not going to be able to play back-to-backs, and he's not going to be able to play he played 40 minutes against the Cavs, which is not going to happen every night. So it's tough right now. Reason saying Tice would have been great right now instead of Vonleh. I completely agree. But I would go back on the fact that it's probably worth it. You give him up for Brogdon 10 times out of 10. It does suck that he's not here right now, but you had an article come up from NBC Sports Boston that I'll pull up very quick about some potential trade targets at the big man position, all of which I think would be, or let me rephrase, most of which I think would be good help for the Celtics. I'll read them out here, Sam, and I'll get your reaction because that's what we like to do on the podcast at least. But potential options for the Celtics to trade for Jakob Poeltl out of San Antonio, I think would be a solid pickup. You'd have to trade probably Gallinari's salary and then Pritchard, maybe something like that.
Fine.
For Poeltl.
Fine.
Around that, yeah. Gallinari, Pritchard in the first would get you Poeltl. He's on an expiring deal, but with Horford's contract up, you could look to make Poeltl the big next to Robert Williams because you're not going to find another big like Horford, I don't think, who can switch so fluidly. So you might want to go more for the route of big guy in the paint who can protect the paint and get out a little bit on the perimeter every once in a while. Raisin saying Derek Favors. I don't hate that either. I don't think you make a trade for him. I think if he does get waived, you look for him on the buyout market. Jalen Smith is another name Chris Forsberg wrote about. I don't know why the Pacers would trade him. This is Darren Hartwell of NBC Sports. You'd probably have to throw in a couple picks at the Pacers for Jalen Smith, but he is under contract for a couple years. He is young. He'd fit well next to the other guys. I don't know how good of a defender he is, but I know he can shoot the ball. Justice Winslow is a trade target. He's not a big, but that's another guy you can bring on the wing. And then other names, Alex Len of the Kings and Bismack Biyombo, both of which I think would probably do a better job than the Kornet-Vonleh tandem. But for now, I think you got to get used to the Kornet minutes, probably over Vonleh in certain matchups because, like I said, I thought Kornet looked good against the Cavs. I really liked what Kornet brought. And
I don't like that Eclipse thing he's doing, jumping up to contest the threes from the paint because he's giving up rebounding position. This team can't rebound. Your big guy's out there jumping
he's giving
around.
up rebounding.
Yes, he is. Position. What do you mean he's not giving up rebounding position? He's giving inside position to Jared Allen on those plays. Go watch it. And they get an offensive rebound, so he does it again. If he's boxing out, he might not have to do it a second time. I don't hate the concept. I'll tell you that. The concept makes sense, except if you're just like letting them get offensive rebounds. Then it's a problem.
I didn't notice that as much. I don't hate it because I think he talked about it after the game. He said we're visual people. If they have
it makes sense visually. If you're shooting and that happens, it's going to screw you up a little bit. But the problem is you're not rebounding.
I didn't notice that. Okay, I buy that. Raisin saying would have looked really good if only played 5 to 7 minutes. I understand your gripe, but I also don't know what you want from the Celtics rotation. Like that, like your alternative was Vonleh minutes, who you also clearly don't love. I thought Kornet was good in his minutes. Again, you don't really have an option unless you want to run Jason Tatum at center. Grant was suspended. Noah Vonleh and Blake Griffin can't really contend with those big guys, or Blake Griffin can't, and Noah Vonleh's out of position. I thought Kornet was fine in his minutes, but I don't know about that. Once he jumps, he can get back into position. I agree, Birkin, but if Sam's saying Jared Allen got around him, I believe him because Jared Allen. And I do remember it was twice on one possession, so that does mean the Cavs got an offensive board. But
I'm sending it to you right now. I'm trying to
no, I
do
know
it
what you're
quick.
talking about. I didn't think about it that way. I more thought about it in the sense that it looks stupid, but it's probably smart.
No, it looks the visual part makes sense, but he's literally like watch the replay. He's literally giving him position.
I believe
He
you.
has position,
Let's
and
see.
then he
All
goes
right.
to do it, and Allen just slips right through.
Let's see here. Kornet looking, jumping. Oh, he does. You are correct. He does.
And then Allen gets a hand on the ball, and they get the ball back, and then
He does give up rebounding position. Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, you're right. No, I didn't think of it that way. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
no good for a team that can't rebound. You can't be doing that.
Noah needs more minutes until he fouls out. I agree. I thought Kornet looked better than Noah Vonleh did at times in that game. I think my thing is neither Kornet nor Vonleh are that good. Would rather give someone else a shot. I don't know what you think is going to happen on a minimum contract. Is all I'm saying. Like I don't think there are any real like options on the market right now that are going to give you better minutes than Kornet and Vonleh are, especially on a minimum deal. Like the Celtics, in hindsight, maybe they should have used the veteran or the MLE on a big man. Hello, Landon.
I agree. I
But
agree with that, Jack.
Gallinari got hurt, so
But the
what are you gonna
problem
do?
is I still don't know who they would have given it to. That's the problem because I can complain
Exactly.
about that all day, but really, like, who was out there? Nobody really
I
that
think
great.
it's more important next offseason to look for a big man on the free agency market because Horford's going to be his contract's going to be up, and now you kind of need that extra guy off the bench. But we got May back in here. I remember you from last year. Why is Jason Tatum taking fadeaway jumper instead of taking it to the hoop against the Cavs? I don't know if you're referencing. Excuse me, sorry, I had a cough. The final shot of the game. But in general, the Cavs have two very, very good defensive big men down low. And that last shot, he was kind of walled off by Dean Wade. You got to give Wade a little bit of credit for playing solid defense. I didn't hate the look he got. That's a shot we've seen Tatum make a million times. I mean, he made the shot in a game winner last year or 2 years ago against RJ Barrett in the Knicks. Sure, could he have gotten a slightly better look? I suppose. But in those situations at the end of games, I think you just kind of trust your superstar. Like I don't hate the shot he got. It looks bad
I
because
thought it was
he missed
fine.
it. But I think you got to trust Jason Tatum because he, like I said, he's hit that shot before in that exact same scenario. And give Dean Wade credit. He got good. He played good defense,
He got
and
to
he
the
couldn't
spot
really
he
get
wanted
inside.
to.
Exactly. What is wrong with Blake Birkin saying? Is it physical or mental? I don't know what you're referencing. Yeah, I don't
He's
know. What do you
fine
mean?
for
What's wrong with
being
him?
washed.
Yeah. It's not like he's not going to come in here and play 20 something minutes. He's just not the same player he once was. And I think that's about it. You can't really play him against huge centers like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. He's just not going to be able to contend with them at all. So that's why you give Kornet those minutes because he's bigger. They're playing the Wizards tonight. Maybe you see him get a little bit more run, but even then, they've got Kristaps, they've got Daniel Gafford, they've got who is their third string big? Who was their big after that? I don't remember, but they've got some taller guys too. He's young enough to play better. Washed, yeah, he is washed. He's just not the same player he was. Injuries took a toll on him. He's just gone downhill, and now he's playing this role. Michael saying the Celtics are trash. The Wizards will win. Take their money line. If that's the bet you want to make, that's the bet you want to make. I suppose. I think the Celtics just need to pick it up on defense. I think that's where they're really struggling. I think the perimeter defense has been bad. They're not connected, and I think the defensive scheme is a real issue. JT and JB could and should average close to 10 free throws a game.
How many are they at? It feels like
look.
Well, Jalen had 10 last game, and he smoked half of them.
Yeah, I think they need to work on making those free throws first. Let me see.
He wants to frame the dunk. How about the free throw he missed after?
Yeah, exactly. That would have put them in a nice position. But free throws this year, let's see. Excuse me. Where are they at? Jason Tatum is averaging 7.8 free throws a game, and Jaylen Brown is averaging 5 free throws a game. And 10 free throws a game is an absurd amount of free throws also, by the way. Like, it's not like there's a ton of players doing that. Like, there are 3 players currently in the NBA averaging 10 plus free throws, and those are Luka, Giannis, and KD. Like, it's the top of the top. If you want to say Tatum can get there, sure. And he's not even that far. He's 2 free throws away from that mark. Asking Jaylen to get there is a bit more difficult. Also, this is random, but averaging 8.7 free throws, tied for 7th in the NBA, is Paolo Banchero. That's crazy. Like,
what a start to his career he's had.
He's playing insanely well. He's averaging 23.5 points, 8.3 rebounds, 3.8 assists, and 1.3 blocks on 46.5% from the field and 32% from the deep. Like, he's a stud. And you could tell against the Celtics. He didn't even shoot well against the Celtics, but you could just tell he's
confident. He's strong. He's athletic.
Mm-hmm.
That team is finally getting somebody that can play for him with their draft picks.
Yes.
Finally, after years and years, they finally hit on a draft pick.
Shout out Wagner. They've hit a couple in a row.
Good too. So going forward, there's just more problems you're gonna have to worry about with the East.
Michael saying, "Where's Harden?" Harden is averaging 6.3 free throws a game.
Wow, he's fallen off after that first game. He only took 1 million.
Yep, exactly. Birkin saying Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I think he's gonna get there for Rookie of the Year.
I think that's already sealed. Seems like it, at least.
There's some guys pushing up on him. Also gonna hit these first before I look at some of the rookies. Hit the over. It's free. I don't know what the over is right now. Beal over 22.5. Porzingis over 19.5. I actually don't hate either of those bets, and that's coming from a Celtics guy. Those look pretty good to me. But let's look at the rookie race, because I do think it's a bit closer than you might expect. I don't think it's super close, but I just read you Paolo Banchero stats. I'll read you the second leading scorer in the rookie race, Sam, and I want you to guess who it is.
It is the guy in the Pacers.
Yes. Benedict Mathurin is averaging 21 points, 4.6 rebounds, 2.3 assists on 45% from the field and 43% from deep. He's playing great, and he's averaging around 6 less minutes than
Did they beat the Nets yesterday? They were up at half,
Pacers?
And he had like 28 points or a crazy amount of points at half.
They did beat the Nets by 9 points.
Yeah, he had a crazy game. Halliburton was playing well too.
Yeah, Benedict Mathurin off the bench had 32 points.
Yeah. Just wait till he plays the Celtics. How many is he going to have? 50?
Halliburton had 26. Yeah, that's crazy. Nets are in shambles, man.
Good.
Nets are 1-5.
Kyrie going off on the media yesterday.
I don't even want to talk about that. That's ridiculous.
I couldn't believe that. I usually I haven't been paying attention as much to things on Twitter. Like, I haven't been watching videos that come up on the timeline, but I saw so many people tweeting about it, and he's just like giving the reporter a hard time. Nick Friedel, right? Who's
crazy,
like established. I know you don't want to. I can tell you don't want to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about I just think it's crazy. It's not even like about the concept, what they were talking about. It's just crazy. He like crapped on the guy like that when the question was legitimate.
I don't even have a response to Kyrie anymore.
I don't know what he posted. I don't know any of the story. Yeah. But if everybody's talking about it like they are, I've seen it all over the place. Joe Tsai tweeted about it. The owner, that's his name, right?
Yeah, Joe Tsai.
Okay.
Right.
Thank goodness. Yeah, that's him. He put out a tweet about it. Like, enough people are talking about it. If the owner's tweeting about it, then media should have every right to ask him a question. You know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like I said, I don't have any response to Kyrie.
It's not anything to do with the Celtics or what he did here and left. It's just I saw it and I was like, what a strange way to treat the media.
Yeah, I don't get it. Bergen saying, how about them fakers? Sam's on
all right.
Love to see it.
Who hasn't loved that?
Maybach is correct. Hit that like button, get it in the algorithm. We appreciate you all. And subscribe to the How About Them Celtics podcast too. If you're right here watching on Guy Boston Sports, which most of you are, make sure to head on over to the How About Them Celtics podcast YouTube channel. Get some clips there and full-length podcasts, from us. So I'll go check for new subscribers there. But How About Them Celtics podcast on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button over there too. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Jack, I go back and I hit the like button every video. I go in and do it. I cheat.
I know you do. I love that. No, boost it. No cheating. Excuse me. Sorry, I had something in my throat today. Jack, ideally, how many minutes would you like to see Cornette play? I think it's a different question when Robert Williams is healthy. Right now, I don't hate him playing 20 minutes a night. I think 15 is a bit more reasonable, but I did really like the double big lineup with Horford and Cornette. I thought that worked really well against the Cavs. How well will it work against other teams? I don't know. But I think 15 to 20 is a good number for him, especially with Grant back, because I think Grant not being there definitely impacted the big rotation as well. But 15 to 20 for Cornette, I'm okay with. At least until Rob is back, then you probably want that to dip down to 10 ish. But Kyrie and app or drive through. Is he an app or a drive through guy? Put the link in the chat for the YouTube channel. I can put the link in the chat. I don't know if you can copy and paste from there, but I'll try.
Is he? Oh, he must be on Guy Boston.
Yeah. If you just search How About Them Celtics, it should come up. I don't know if you can copy and paste that, but that is the link to the How About Them Celtics YouTube podcast, YouTube channel. It's just How About Them Celtics podcast. You can see our faces there. We're live there right now.
We are.
It's on Guy Boston and there. So.
Simulcast, as they say.
Yeah.
Syndication.
Hey, we're live now on Guy Boston YouTube, How About Them Celtics YouTube, How About Them Celtics Twitch, my Twitter, Sam Twitters, and How About Them Celtics Twitter. So we're live in a lot of places. We appreciate y'all watching from those places. But thank you in advance for subscribers over on How About Them Celtics.
Yeah, we've been doing
if you do head over there.
The climb.
We have
up and up and up and up. Not super high up. We're afraid of heights right now, but you know.
We're at 126 subscribers there. We like it. Sam, hit it.
We got the Sam's Pick of the Day presented by Smash the Odds at Smash Odds. If you go to their Twitter, you can follow them. They give out free picks every day, and you can subscribe to the premium service where you get all the picks. I get them. Jack can have them if he wants. My friend runs it. Good guy. And I've been making money from it. Made money yesterday. Made money so far today. But I like Jason Tatum over 27.5 points. He's averaging like 32 right now. And he always takes it a step up against the Wizards, and Bradley Beal has that extra chip on his shoulder playing against his good buddy. So
yes,
I like that pick. You have any picks for this game or any other games across the league? Or even
gosh,
football?
I don't know any of the lines. Thank you, Maybach, by the way. We did just jump up 1 subscriber, so I know that was you. I appreciate you. Where do I find them? Do you just use DraftKings?
I use the Rhode Island Sportsbook app because that's
I don't have
the monopoly that we have here in Rhode Island. We only have one app, and that's all we can use.
Celtics game.
And it's horrible because there's no rhyme or reason to the order in the list of games. So, like, if you bet college football on Saturdays, like I do, you just have to hope you get lucky and find your game. There's no.
You know what? I'll go. I'm using DraftKings, so use it your whatever the word is. Like, it could be different props at different places. Grant Williams over 7.5 points, I think, is a good bet. He's been averaging more than that this season, and the classic Sam Grant Williams over 1.5 threes. Book it. It's gonna happen. It always happens. That's
well. There was egg on my face the last time I took it on Monday.
Oh, did he only hit one?
He didn't make any.
Oh no. Well, revenge game. He's coming back from the suspension. Hopefully, you can get him there. Bergen saying I'm expecting a scoring explosion from Jaylen Brown. I wouldn't expect anything different from you, Birkin, every time.
If you say it every time, you're bound to be right.
You'll be right eventually, and I respect that. Also, random Sam, I know you play fantasy football. I know you don't love football, but I know you're playing. How are you doing this week?
I am not in any leagues this year.
Really?
There you go. Surprise.
You were in one last year, though, right?
No, I'm usually in them. I just didn't feel like setting it up this year. I was just busy, work, switching jobs, all that kind of stuff.
All right, yeah,
and
fair enough.
How about you, Jack? You must want to talk about your team. You must be doing well. Yep,
yeah,
there he is. Look at him.
3-2 on the year. I'm 3-4 on the year, so I had a rough start. But my team is, in my opinion, filthy. I'm playing Liam. You remember Liam this week. Liam's team is horrendous, so I'm feeling very good. I'm currently up 121 to 48 on Liam, so I'm feeling pretty good heading into tomorrow's game. But anyways, it is about that time to get to the basketball game, the Celtics. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, Sam?
Chad, what do you think of the green screen? I can't get it to fill the background. We're gonna figure something out here, but
he has to fix it.
It was a gift, and Jack's gone. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to us at Guy Boston, at From Rafters Pod. Oh no, it's not at From Rafters. No. How About Them Celtics? You go ahead and do it because I screwed it up. I don't know where you went.
Sorry, yeah, no, I hit the back button on my mouse, so it took me out of the studio. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it very much. Check us both out on Twitter at JackSimoneNBA and at Sam LaFrance That's below our faces wherever you're watching. Check out How About Them Celtics. I saw Maybach just subscribe. I got the notification on my phone. We appreciate that. Check out How About Them Celtics podcast on YouTube. You'll get podcasts from us once or twice a week, usually twice, so we can fit it in. And pregame shows before every game, or mostly every game. Sometimes we run into stuff where at least two of us can't be here, like the game against the Cavs. Sorry about that. I know Landon commented asking where it was, so we apologize. But this has been the Bannertown Build-Up. Thank you for the viewership today. Subscribe on all platforms. Check us out on Twitter, all that good stuff. And we will see you guys 30 minutes before the next one. Peace out.